All right, let's start off with the big question. Why was Arizona State the right place for you?
Honestly, I would say Arizona State was the right place for me, because simply when we went out there, like I said, I ain't never seen no mountains before. So we flew out there, we in the plane. I'm looking over, I'm like, dang, we don't see that in Texas, you know what I'm saying? It looked real nice. We get off the plane, we meet some of the coaches. We just from the first time we met, I was like, dang, these guys are real legit. You know what I'm saying? Um, I got to know everybody. They all love my family. They all were cracking jokes early on. You know what I'm saying? They made us feel comfortable and they made us feel at home as soon as we met them. So that to me was one big point. Two was they weren't scared or shy on their faith. I'm a big man of God. You know what I'm saying? And they expressed that to me early on, and I'm like, I would want to be in a place that kind of fits my morals. So that's one of the few reasons.
Awesome. So when you come out here, you get to see those mountains, you get to see the program kind of up close, face to face, interact. What was kind of your read on kind of the team culture that Coach Dillingham is trying to instill here in Tempe? What was kind of your vibe when you got to be here up close?
Just seeing how everybody was so close knit, that also that was one of the reasons why I was like, man, I want to be here too. I want to be a part of what they have going on. Just from, like I always mention, my boys CJ and Justin, just from how they treated me, you know what I'm saying, how they treat their teammates and how some people look up to them. That to me is what I want to be as a leader or as a teammate. You know what I'm saying? So and also Coach Dillingham, he was a hilarious guy. Who wouldn't want to coach cracking jokes here and there? You know what I'm saying? Not someone who's just serious the whole time. Somebody who get down your level, talk to you. You know what I'm saying? See how you're doing as a man. That's what I like.
Speaking of Coach Dillingham, you mentioned he likes to have fun. Of course, he went viral for the video game prank a couple weeks ago.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious, man.
And as he likes to say, that his team is going to have the most fun while also working the hardest in the country. What jumps out to you? I mean, obviously he's a young head coach, but what jumps out to you in terms of having your future head coach be a guy who also wants to have fun, but also wants to put in that serious work and finding that good balance?
Obviously, he's a young guy, yes, but to me, he got wisdom beyond his years. When I'm sitting there on the phone talking to him, he reminds me like Morgan Freeman in a way. I don't even know why, but he just, he's always bringing some wisdom, bringing knowledge to my head. Teaching me some new things. He can joke, but he knows when it's time to be serious, and he knows what he has to do to just get his team to focus.
What does that do from a player's perspective, knowing that you have a guy that has that wisdom? You mentioned kind of wise beyond his years, but from what is it like just playing for a guy like that? Because coaches come in all shapes and sizes, but what is it like? What do you think it's going to be like playing for Coach Dilly?
Honestly, it's probably going to be one of the most fun experiences I ever had. Honestly, he's going to make me better day in and day out. He's going to make the team better. He's going to help us. Our goals not only on the field but off the field, pursuing a degree. He's going to make sure we get it, and he's going to make sure that we have our families taken care of. That's just the guy I want to be around.
Of course, your future defensive line coach and Coach Reynolds, a guy who has a pretty impressive resume throughout his career. Working with the Pass Rush Summit and some of the big names he's worked with over his career. One of the guys in Dwight Freeney is going to be in the Hall of Fame here in a couple weeks. What jumps out to you about the possibility or the future of being coached by Coach Reynolds?
Coach Reynolds, from the get go, I just liked how, down to earth he was. He's one guy that he teaches you everything. He's not always yelling. He doesn't attack the person or he doesn't attack the player. You know what I'm saying? He attacks the problem that the player's having, So say I'm struggling on some sort of block or whatever it may be. He will break it down to where I can understand it, show me a visualization in a game or whatever, and kind of help me go through the motions, just practicing what I have to do. He's not, and I respect somebody that can, teach me instead of just try and just yell and yell all day. You know what I'm saying? That's not how I learn. He learns to coach you how you should be coached, I guess I should say.
For any ASU fans out there who maybe not caught your film or seen you in action, give our viewers and listeners a scouting report on what kind of skills you bring to the field.
Well, everybody playing on defense, they hard hitters. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna hit hard. You know what I'm saying? These quarterbacks, we're gonna scare them boys. They don't want no smoke with us. You know what I'm saying? Um, I am I would say not only physically but mentally I'm sound when it comes to the game. I do my best to study the field, study how the offenses play. I'm going to get after whoever it is in front of me. You know what I'm saying? I am a very physical guy as far as power moves. I use a lot of my power. I'm not really I mean, I can do it all, but power is my main thing. You know what I'm saying? I will I'm gonna run to that ball. I don't care what it takes, you know what I'm saying? I got a goal and that's ultimately to make it to the NFL and get my degree. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get that. So, y'all got me.
Any pros that you model your game after, or certain guys at the on Sundays that you take a few things from?
I want to say Cam Jordan. You know what I'm saying? I want to say Cam Jordan. I'm a big Saints fan, and just the way how Cam is just how he's so passionate about the game, how he carries himself. He's a jokester. I like to joke around a little bit, but I'm focused for the most part. I like to joke a little bit. He's a really good guy. He's always giving to his community, and he's a good leader. I also want to say Miles Garrett. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be like, what I'm saying, muscled up like that. You know what I'm saying?
What's your favorite part of just life in the trenches? Being up front in the most physical part of the field.
My favorite part. Definitely taking somebody and putting them against their own will. You know what I'm saying? Just throwing them, getting them out there. Moving them out my way, making somebody who think they all big and strong, no, they're really not. You know what I'm saying?
So, with your versatile skill set, where do they see you projecting along that offensive line in the future, or the defensive line in the future?
I will be a three tech, and we'll be able to move around a little bit, but mainly in that three tech, making those close quarter moves. You know what I'm saying?
And I believe you have a background in playing a little bit of rugby. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, I do. Shout out to
How'd you
Coach
get?
Reed.
How'd you
I'll
get
say,
into rugby, and then how does it kind of influence and maybe help you on the football field?
okay, I kind of got into rugby from this. We had an offensive tackle at our school, Ian Reed. He's at Clemson now. He just kind of walked up to me one time, him and his pops, and they was telling me like, "Yo, you should do rugby." At first, I was like, "I don't know," but I'm like, "Yeah, might as well try something new." So got out there, and since we just had so much contact, just hitting, I was like, "Yeah, I'm starting to like this." And I got the ball in my hands as a big dude. We don't always get the ball, you know what I'm saying? So when you can
Good
run
point.
with it, and people will try and run away from you because they don't want to get hit, free try as they call it, and that's basically a touchdown. But and I would say how it helped me, definitely from a tackling standpoint. The tackling is so like their main focus point when it comes to rugby is how you tackle somebody. You don't want to tackle with your head. You want to actually wrap the legs, drive your feet and bring them to the side. You got to be protected when you tackle so you don't hurt yourself.
What kind of person off the field is this Sun Devil program getting?
Honestly, y'all are gonna get. I'm gonna keep telling you how it is. I'm probably gonna be one of the realest dudes. Y'all will have one of the realest guys y'all have on the team. Just like everybody else, I'm a very respectful man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm a man of God first. So I will definitely be in those FCAs. I'm gonna be helping the community in any way, shape, or form I can, and that's my big thing right there. I want to be able to help the community. So if there's any way I can get connected with somebody, please let me know. Hit me up because I'm trying to get that going as soon as I get there. Um, just yeah, all in all, respectable guy, good man of God, and it's a great teammate.
And of course, you're not going to be the only Texan out there. There's so many fellow Texans out there on that roster right now, and on the way in is also in that 2025 class. What is it? How much of a factor was that the Texas to Tempe movement in your decision, having just so many Texas guys there with you?
Honestly, it made me feel more at home, if anything, because it's different not being in Texas, but there's more outside of life than just Texas. So being there, having people around you that are familiar with the same area, you can probably come back with once you have like a break or go hang out, do something.
What makes Texas guys different? I mean, obviously, there's so much, obviously the quality of high school ball there. And there's a question I like to ask a lot of Texas guys, but what do you feel kind of sets a Texas player apart from maybe a guy from California, Florida, Georgia, and elsewhere?
Yeah, I'm about to say they're not gonna like to hear this, but it is football. You know what I'm saying? Texas. So we're from the moment we grow up. We're told we need to be out on the field hitting. We're not soft. We all. God, I didn't study on live. That's crazy. We're hard workers, and I would definitely say the respect factor in Texas is a little different. That's Southern hospitality different. So we always saying yes sir, no ma'am. I know it has nothing to do with it, but just wanted to put that out there.
So you're from the Austin, Texas area, and obviously that's a cool spot. Got to ask you your resident native opinion there. What's the best barbecue in Austin? Obviously, Franklin's gets a lot of love. Terry Black, Salt Lick out there. What's your go-to barbecue spot in your hometown?
I was about to say Salt Lick, but the best barbecue was mine with my grandpa when we cook it,
Okay.
because we be throwing down. If you don't know about me, I know how to cook. You know what I'm saying? If you don't cook, you don't eat. So that's my thing. My grandpa's barbecue, help him out. So I feel like that's the best one. But as far as a restaurant, I would definitely say Salt Lick. Salt Lick wins.
What's some of the keys to Grandpa's recipe?
So I was the main takeaways I had was just the way you season everything. I'm not gonna lie, we ain't you don't be light handed. You really gotta throw it down, you know what I'm saying? Season your food. Definitely letting it marinate. You don't just do it the same day. You let that food marinate overnight.
Okay.
He has like this he does this barbecue sauce. I'm not gonna tell y'all everything, but he has a lot of seasonings to it. He kind of mixes ingredients. He does like say a lot of brown sugar or some some onion, garlic powder, Old Bay. He does all these things he puts in there, and he lets that sit in the fridge overnight, and he puts it over the grill to heat up. I don't know what it does, but I don't know, some magic happens, and he puts it
Awesome.
on everything. It tastes so good.
So, in the future, you'll be playing for a Sun Devil team in the Big 12 conference. This will be the first season that the Devils will be out there. What's it like, just, your future kind of playing in the Big 12? Obviously, a huge Texas footprint for the conference, but, your thoughts on ball in the Big 12?
We just ready for the competition. All the media can say Arizona's this, Arizona State's that, but that doesn't matter. We're a different team. You know what I'm saying? All these recruits coming in, we're ready to learn. We're ready to work. We about to show the Big 12 what Arizona State's about.
And then when you look ahead to this particular fall, your final season at the high school level, what are some of the goals that you have for yourself and some of the things that you're going to be working on to prepare yourself to that jump up to major college football?
So definitely, like I say, the speed of the game. When you play 6A, the game is fast, but going into college it's faster. So I'll be in the three tech a little bit more. So I'm definitely going to be I've been working this whole summer, just training with Coach Greg, doing 2-3 a days. We've been just working, just close quarter moves. I'm definitely big on trying to, getting my responsibility done first. Then, getting the cake in the backfield. You know what I'm saying? Eating the main course up front. Getting the lineman off you, doing your job, and then going to make the play. So I definitely would say I want to get more sacks this year than anything. I want to have a better pass rush. I'm utilizing my long arm a little bit more. Um, all in all, the team, I just know this team this year, we're going to go crazy. We're going to go in the playoffs and we're going to go deeper than we did last year. So I'm ready to see our team strive. We're ready.